Hello, I would like to show you how I plan to add a transmission oil cooler to a Mazda 5. This is Mazda 5 2009 automatic transmission. As you know, automatic transmission's worst enemy is the heat. For some reason Mazda didn't invest too much into cooling. There is cooling of the transmission. There is just a heat exchanger with the engine cooling system, and many people add transmission cooler to prolong the the life of automatic transmission. Okay, now we have a bumper off. The idea is, this is my cooler. This is hidden stacked plate. The idea is to put it here. This is a plastic frame. Here on the cooler I have a frame which you see it's on the side. You have it also on the top. I need only on the bottom. I plan to put this slot into this small gap between the AC radiator and this plastic frame. So it's supposed to look like this. See? It goes inside so it doesn't go anywhere. Now it can play a little, right? So I plan to add two rubber pieces of old bicycle tire. One, two, or this one. Okay, I plan to add them here. One second. Here, something like this. I added one here, one here. I also have this goes like here, so to hold it on the side. The same here, hold it on the side. Now it doesn't play at all. See, it sits very well. Okay, let's see on top. Now the idea is to put it like this, flush between the AC condenser and this cooler. I plan to put those small foam pads with the glue. This comes with a kit of hidden. There are 4 small foam pads which I will put between condenser and the cooler so they don't rub each other out. Okay, the idea is to put like this flush, because if you look a video of Eric the car guy how to add the transmission cooler, he mentions that he thinks this is better because if you're standing in the traffic and there is no air coming from the front of the vehicle to go through this cooler, you're just, because you're standing in the traffic. So what creates the airflow is the air fan behind that radiator. That radiator is of the engine coolant. This is the AC condenser cooler. There are 2, and behind that one there is air fan, and then I'm putting here in front a third one, right? So he says if there is a gap of inch or something, then the air fan, when it spins and sucks air to that direction, he will suck air from this gap and not through the cooler. And we want the sucking to happen through the cooler. So even if I'm standing in a traffic, I'm not moving and the fan is working, this cooler still gets some airflow and cools the transmission. That's the idea why to put it flush. Okay, another thing, this one is stacked plate. I chose stacked plate instead of tube and fin because this is supposed to have less flow restriction than tube and fin. Tube and fin a little cheaper. This is also not expensive. this is stuck plate, so it has better flow. Regarding the direction, so um, they say put it with the in-out facing up or side. Do not put facing down. Do not. Why? This is the stuck plate. Tube and fin, okay, but stuck and plate do not put down, because you bring oil here, oil will go here, get out here, and here you will have air gap. There is kind of hard to bleed this air out after you install it. So do not put facing down. Put face up. Put in and ins up or side, because of the problem of the air bleeding. What else? Okay, this comes with the kit. They recommend use others. I could show. I'll put a picture or link in the description, which clamps are much better. Also, the hose is important. Consider what hose you want to put. The hose became the most expensive thing for this. Okay, about the hose, where it goes to. So if you put it like this, you put it like this, in out, I'm putting like this in out, so hoses go up there. They said put them here under the headlight, and then put them there inside. There's a gap into the engine. Okay, about the heat exchanger. This is the heat exchanger that's supposed to cool and heat the transmission. Okay, it has two hoses in the front face and two hoses on the sides. This is one hose. There are bigger hoses. This is one hose on the side, and this one on top. This is the second hose. Those big hoses on the sides are the engine coolant, and those two in the face are transmission oil. Okay, now I'm looking from the front to the back of the car, right? There is no wheel, and here's also the other wheel. I'm looking straight to the back, from the front to the back. This hose is out of the exchanger. This hose is in. Okay, now what does it mean? So hot oil comes here, hot oil from transmission goes here, gets a little cooler, and gets out from here and goes back to transmission. This is the hot, this is the cold, this goes to the transmission back. So there is a direction of flow. So I plan to take this hose, I'm taking it after the exchanger, I'll put it into thermostat. From thermostat it will go to the cooler. From cooler it will go back to thermostat and back to here, to that direction, to go back to the transmission very cold. Yeah. Why thermostat? Because I live in a not too hot area, so in the winter it is cold, so it also not too good for the transmission. I want to kind of pass pass by the cooler if the oil is very cold, because I don't want it to get colder, I want it to get hotter. So that's why I'm using, I plan to add a thermostat. I think that's all. Yeah, that's all. So I hope it helps someone. Good luck.